radio. Shout it.
You being in there with that camera though, Choke, that club was packed to the brim, man. How were you able to get them shots, and what was going through your mind when you was trying to document all this stuff? And was you thinking money back then, or were you just doing it for the love of the culture?
It was just for the love of hip hop.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know what it was going to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you figuring you got Jay-Z and Nas coming to the club, that means we didn't have to go to the Garden.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't have to go, you know, some of these dudes was by the time 2000 came around, they had platinum records and stuff.
Yeah.
And we still get to go to the dirty, grimy club and see them perform on stage where you could reach out and touch them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what the tunnel was. But for me, it was just for the love of hip hop. I never knew what it was going to become.
Yeah.
It was just for the love of hip hop.
Now, what was it like rounding up all of the artists and, I mean, the security and all the staff to tell this story together? Because, I mean, the pre-production of this thing had to have some trying times. So talk to me about that.
Well, it took me a couple of years. It took me about 4 or 5 years to really put this whole project together, you know, where everybody's scheduling, tracking everybody down.
Yeah.
There's dudes that's in the film that passed away before I even released it. Rest in peace, Big Cat.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I've been putting this, you know, together for a while. Sincere, one of the tunnel bouncers,
Yeah.
he passed away. So it was definitely needed
Yeah.
for the culture, to educate.
Yeah.
This is more of an educational piece than anything, you know, and you'd be surprised. Dudes my age, they love it, but these young dudes, the new generation, they love it.
Because, see, what folks got to understand, these young folks are visual. You see what I'm saying? So you can hear the myths and the fables, but when you come with that visual ain't lying. If Cass and the Dungeon done hit that stage and they rocking that crowd, you're thinking, wait a minute, they was in New York at that time going crazy?
Yeah, man.
Oh, man, it must have been real. Then when you see all of these other artists, they got their star from there going crazy with the crowd and stuff and the interaction with everybody, you know that it's real. It ain't no word of mouth no more. It's like, no, this is law and this is fact. Now, talk to me about putting it out and the reception of it from the people, though.
Well, I put it out independent. Like, I shot this to VH1. I shot this to HBO. Nobody got it. They didn't understand what the tunnel meant to hip-hop. They didn't understand what the tunnel meant to us.
Yeah.
So I did it on my own. You know, I funded it on my own. You know, I shot it, I wrote it, produced it, directed, edited it on my own. And I got an independent distribution deal.
Yeah.
I put it out on iTunes. And that's where everybody can get it at, on iTunes, and it's doing great. You know, it's been so good. It's been on the charts for the last month, and it got all the way down to number 4. You know what I'm saying? And with the help of, you know, people like you, I hope I get to number 1.
Oh, no, you're
You
going
know
to
what
be
I'm
at
saying?
number 1 because, I mean, some of this stuff right here, man, this is kind of like a slick Rosetta Stone for folks that need to understand where they come from. And that's one of my main things when I think about hip-hop. And even in the South down here, I try to let folks know, because we have a disconnect between the OGs and the youngsters to where they just really don't understand where all of this flavor came from. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They think that they woke up one morning and the flavor just, God blessed them with the flavor.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So talk to me about, who was your favorite artist in that tunnel, though?
Well, man, it's a lot, man.
Uh-huh.
Method Man and Redman, they on the stage together, it's electrifying. Snoop and Dre, Nas, like the whole Dungeon family. Yo, man, them dudes, the energy they had
Yeah.
was ridiculous in there, man. I mean, that's one of the best performances in there, man. That Watch for the Hook,
Yeah.
God, man. Andre 3000, he had on this. I don't know what it was.
I saw them furry pants.
Yeah, it was higher than pants because it started like up here. And when he was dancing that joint, man, that dude was a star, man. That dude was a star back then.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
who was wearing that? Nobody was wearing that.
Nobody.
And he didn't look crazy to us in
Exactly.
it. He just looked like, yo, this dude's a star. You know what I'm saying? But you got so many, Jermaine Dupri DJing in there.
Yeah.
He like Jermaine Dupri is probably the best guest DJ in there outside of Kid Capri. Yeah, like he used to rock that mother. Him and the Brat, they rocked in there with man, what's the joint they had, man? I can't think right now. It'll come to me.
Yeah.
But it's so many artists that came there and rocked that weren't even from New York. Mystical came there and ripped it down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who else? Missy, Aaliyah, Genuine, Timbaland. They all came one night together and ripped their whole crew, Magoo, all of them, like they all ripped it down. Cash Money.
Yeah.
Juvenile. Lil Wayne was in there at 14, 15 when I interviewed him in the back.
It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So, like the Tunnel was a place that everybody had to go in the 90s to get solidified. It don't matter where you was from, but if you came through there and you rocked it, and that gave you your stamp of approval and you was out of here, man.
Radio Shouty.